I've got one question for you. When's the last time you decluttered your bathroom cabinets?
Head held high, even though it's not a lie that we need deep in the dust. Killing time while pretending that we're fine.
The next item on the list for this Take Your Home Back series is my bathroom cabinets. And all the products that I have, which is a lot. I have had this black, you may recognize it because we put one in the kitchen not too long ago, but this black cabinet organizer with the rollout drawer. I have had this sitting on my bathroom counter since I did that video. How long ago was that editing, Shannon? We filmed that kitchen declutter in the first week of November. It's been sitting on your counter for over 2 months. So we're going to put that thing to good use in here, see how much we can declutter. The name of the game is taking our homes back and getting rid of the clutter. Really, really being ruthless in purging items that are no longer serving us so that we can establish a little bit more peace in our homes. And that's why I do this. I strive to get rid of stuff and simplify my spaces for the mere reason that your girl needs peace. I need peace. And I know in the past, whenever I have a freshly decluttered space, there's no better feeling. What do we call that? On some of my previous videos, we'd really been working together to come up with a name for that feeling, that decluttering high. And y'all had some really good ones. I think the one that just really stuck with me was Declutter Flutter. I really liked that one. The Declutter Flutter. Anywho, that's what keeps me going. That Declutter Flutter. That feeling after you've had a decluttered space. The peace that it brings. And I really, really like starting in cabinets and closets. And starting in those spaces anytime I do a big decluttering project about my house, because even though it's the hidden areas and you don't see it every day, when you start decluttering those bigger spaces, you go to these spaces to put stuff away. And when you open those cabinets and you open that closet door, you know that item has a place. You're not opening a closet that is destroyed and saying to you, oh, okay, just shift it into here. You don't have to offend the closet by just cramming more stuff in. You started in the closet, so you have space to make homes for the things that you need to make a home for. There isn't a cabinet or a closet in this house that when I open it isn't side-eyeing me. And it's side-eyeing me saying, girl, you gotta get your stuff together. You gotta get in here. You gotta get rid of stuff. I can't take it anymore. I'm out of space. Where do you think you're gonna put that? Get out of here. But that's why we are doing this series. We are taking our homes back, one tiny space at a time. And here's the mess behind the scenes. You know, it always looks worse before it gets better. I have wisened up. Old Shannon would have taken everything out of the cabinets all at once, all the drawers, then vacuumed them out, wiped them all down all at the same time, and I would have had a monster mess. So one thing that I have learned in my decluttering journey is to just work in small increments at a time. I would put these on the top rack of that shelf thingy, but I have to hide these because my kids will come hunting for them. Those are mommy's. Okay, first cabinet is done. Here's the before and here's the after. Woo! So I always called this cabinet like my shopping cabinet. Anytime anybody needed shampoo, razors, toothbrushes, toothpaste. So that's kind of what this is. I don't know if it really solves me being able to see stuff, because I can't really see stuff. But aesthetically, it looks much better. These were too tall to go in there, but those are both new, brand new, ready to go. My secret stash of bath bombs, my blow dryer, and then back there is like my to-go toiletries. So I always have them ready to go back there. And then refill cotton balls. On to the next cabinet. I think I mentioned in a previous video that if I can't see it, it doesn't exist in my mind. So being able to see the stuff that I have is critical. It was just amazing to see how many duplicates I accumulated, because I generally keep one new refill on hand at all times, so I never run out. But I was buying stuff when I thought I didn't have it because I couldn't see it, so the shopping section of my cabinet just became overflowed with things. This decluttering project ended up taking me well over 2 days. And we're talking like several hours each day. I originally thought this was only going to take me an hour. I was wrong. Part of this decluttering series was I wanted to break this up into small projects that were bite-sized that I could do in the little pockets of my day. And I did with this, but it was a lot more than I anticipated. And I do think closets and storages will do that to you, because there's a lot of stuff and it requires a lot of decision, and I had a lot of decision fatigue on this one. It was like pulling teeth getting me to finish this. I would just get stuck sitting there staring at everything until the end. You know, there is a point when you're in the decluttering groove where you start to see the improvement, and you get in that motivation and you find the downhill side, which is the sweet spot. You might be saying, you don't need all that, Shannon. Look at all those curling irons, 2 straighteners. Come on now. And to be honest, I've used every single one of these in the past year. It just depends on what mood I'm in, how I want to do my hair. The only one I think I can get rid of is this one. I really didn't care for it, but I thought it would actually be a good tool for the girls, because it's really hard to burn yourself when you're straightening your hair. But this is probably my least favorite tool. Either that, or I can sell it on Marketplace and probably get some money for it. What to do? But I think no matter what, I can get this out of this drawer and either put it with the girls' stuff or sell it. Everything else, oh no, I can definitely get rid of this. We don't use this at all. Alright, see? Progress. Alright, we decluttered enough that the dryer even fit back in there. The girls did take the 2 pink tools, and I did get rid of 1 more curling iron, so. Ooh, we have some toothpaste up here. Oh man, that's not coming off. What is that? With you all night in the body that ain't mine. Okay, I don't know what toothpaste that was, but it is no more. This I keep strictly as my toothbrush, toothpaste bin. And And then I think this bin, we're gonna stick with like extra skincare products, like face masks and cleansers waiting in the wings. And I know this is where it's gonna pay off doing this decluttering because, you know, the face masks and the skincare are generally spread out all over the place and I don't really know what I have. So having a dedicated drawer is gonna be super helpful. And like seeing these different masks will help me work through them because this, when I was done with this drawer, it was packed to the brim. So I need to either work through the stuff or toss it. This drawer is my container, so I do not want to exceed that when it comes to skincare. Okay, we got 2 more drawers left. We have this cabinet and then this cabinet left. Let's see what we can declutter. Okay, this one's gonna be fairly easy because I use most everything in there, so I don't have to make any major decisions. This is like a face steamer. It's excellent. I actually don't use it for beauty, but I use it for my family whenever they're congested or stuffed up. I pull this thing out to help kind of moisten the mucous membranes. It actually comes in handy. It's like, instead of steaming up a whole bathroom, you can just do that. And then I also cut the boy's hair. This is like an IPL laser for like leg hair. I probably should be using that more. Hair clipping, that's gonna go up here. Okay, in the bin, which I have another bin up here. This thing, I might send that up with the girls. This is an empty box. Easy decision. Okay, tape. I'm always looking for tape. I don't know why that's in there. This is one thing that I can definitely declutter. This is like a, what do you call? This is like a makeup brush cleaner. So you stick your makeup brushes in there and it cleans it. But the last time I used it, I did not like it. So, bye-bye. Rogue cotton swabs. Alright, let's hit this with a vacuum. I don't think the camera's picking it up, but there are teeny tiny hair bits from cutting the boy's hair in there. Okay, ignore the dirty clothes basket behind me and the dirty counter. When you're doing decluttering projects, the routine stuff tends to slide away from you. Anyway, so the boys' hair cutting stuff I've decided to relocate to Steven's cabinet. Mainly because I need space for like hair curlers and big clips, because originally I was keeping that in the drawers above, but you know, 3 girls, we try to keep everything together, and that way there's one spot when you need something. You're not having to look all over the house. So I kind of want to repurpose this cabinet potentially. I might also move the nail cabinet over to this. I take that back. We're going to keep this the nail cabinet for now. I just have way too much nail stuff. It basically takes up a whole cabinet. And I need to figure out a way to repurpose this better. I kind of wish that this had shelving in it, better shelving in it, because it's just not a good use of space. So this we're going to dedicate to the face steamer and just hair stuff. That's kind of my mind frame on this. I absolutely love doing nails. I have done dip. These are all dip powders. I do gel nail, which is, I think, my favorite. Let's see if it'll focus. I think gel is becoming my favorite because I've still been trying to master the technique, and I think I finally figured it out because these are about 9 days. This is not day 9 for these. Not too shabby. So I think I finally figured out how to do gel nails to make them last. I like dip if I decide to do like a tip or something, but you know, I actually prefer my nails short. Some days are just a quick paint, but if I have the time to do it, this is what I like to do. Remind me and I'll put all the products I use in my Amazon shop if you want to know. But I try and keep my stuff minimal. I try not to hang on to things because I try so many things and it just does not work out. And so if it doesn't work out, I toss it. I throw it away. I try not to dwell on the amount of money I spend because I can tend to do that. I wish I could say the same about self tanner because I have 4, okay? And it just depends on what kind of mood I am. Do I want a gradual tan? Do I want a foamy application? Do I want a spray application? Or do I want a natural lotion application? I don't think there's any real need to have all of this. I think I can for sure get rid of this one. If I was being perfectly honest with myself in that moment, I didn't need to keep any of those because I usually use them once at the start of summer thinking I need it, and then I realize I ain't got time for that, and I mess it up, and then I don't end up using it ever again. But once a year, I have hope that I'm going to be tan for a little bit. Alright, most of this is just fingernail polish I need to go through and make sure it's still good, and then trash. This is like my nail prepping drawers. We got nail files. We got nail prep clippers and what do you call that? The little filing machine I have. I should probably keep those together. Otherwise I'll be looking for it. Okay. We have like press-on nails and then nail remover stuff. I'm just giving you a glimpse at how disgusting some of these nail polishes were. You know, check your nail polishes. It's good to go through this. I collect nail polishes. One thing, when I go to TJ Maxx, I always look at their OPI section and see if there's any good colors. But I try and limit my collection to this little bin right here. So it was time to go through and throw those out. And that pink one was just goopy. It was like separating. It looked really bad. So out it went. So I sorted that miscellaneous bin into these drawers, but it was originally stored back there and I found it was too hard to reach to. So pushing that to the front, kind of storing the bulkier items in the back, got everything pretty well organized. Okay, final step, decluttering this monstrosity. And then I forgot about these drawers. these drawers too. But I think I'm going to work on this first, so it gives me some space to pull these drawers out and work on the counter. Alright, that cleared off the clutter. Now we need to go through these, make sure we're still using everything. Start working on this drawer. I can already see a problem. I have been on the hunt for a natural deodorant that works. So my deodorants are piling up. I'm hoping I can use these up during the winter when they are the less sweaty months, if you will. But I have my high activity level deodorant, you know. I have a genetic mutation that causes my body to just be in a constant state of inflammation. I actually have to be on a chemo-like drug for the rest of my life to keep my white blood cell count down and my platelets down and all that. And one of the other things that I've really been learning about over the past year is just reducing the burden on my body. You'll hear me talk about that from time to time. I have started by researching basically the food that I'm bringing into my house. So that's my primary focus, but also the products that I use on my body, like deodorant. So I've been trying out different brands. If you guys have one that you recommend, let me know in the comments. You know, I'm realistic. I'm trying not to get overwhelmed by, you know, eating organic and only using natural products. I'm trying to be very realistic, make small changes where I can, and go from there. It's very rare that I clean this tray and the area around it, but it's good to go through every few months just to clean out products that I'm no longer using, dust, do a good job dusting. Today is that day. Oh, come on. I hate that when you dust and then you just start leaving, tracking stuff behind. We sure are getting a feel of real life moments on this video. I hope you're enjoying them. I know you guys like the mess. I know you do. Me over here, I'm cringing, but that's okay. We got it taken care of, and no longer is this space hollering at me to look at it and take care of it. I'd like to find a better system for, you know, my perfumes and sprays and stuff, but this has been working out pretty good. I wonder what clutter bug type am I? I haven't taken the quiz yet. What are y'all's guesses? Maybe I'll do that on a future video and take the clutter bug quiz, but having all the products out on helps me see what I have and use it. So we're not going to fix what ain't broke. This drawer over here, I don't know if it's in frame or not, but this has actually worked out pretty well, these little containers. I got these from TJ Maxx, and originally they were sorted like elastics, bobby pins, that sort of thing. And so I think I'm going to do it again. This system held up for a long time. I think you guys were with me when the last time I organized it a few years ago. It just needs to be reset. And we've come into ownership of several large clamps, which is why, and headbands. And so that's why I'm gonna kind of store those underneath in that cabinet now. And just limit these to the smaller items. This is gonna, I'm actually excited to organize this one. This one worked out so well. So we're just going to clean them out, make them good as fresh as new, and just resort the items that are supposed to go in there. I've got this on 20x speed. Those little rubber bands, at one point I'm like, why? I should just throw these away. Why am I bothering with this? This took me like 20 minutes just to separate out all those little clear rubber bands, but I did it. And I'm cheap. Oh, this little coin right here, I actually move around the house into different drawers, and I set it and forget it, and then when I stumble upon it, it always just makes me smile. It just brings me joy. I still remember the teacher that gave that to me. Her name's Miss Patty. Miss Patty, if you're watching, I still have it, and it just makes me think of you, and it brings me joy and encourages me in whatever I'm doing, usually cleaning out the drawer it's in. Do y'all set New Year's resolutions? I am touch and go on those. Last year, I didn't really set a goal. Well, the only goal I set was to read the whole Bible in a year, and I'm proud to say I accomplished that goal. I did the Bible recap. It takes you through the Bible in 365 days chronologically, and it's awesome. It's so awesome. I'm already doing it again this year. So that was my I guess New Year's resolution last year. It was just a personal goal I set for myself, and then I just sort of labeled the year as like my year of health. I really was starting to get answers on why I was struggling physically so much and mentally so much. And I really think I gained back a lot of my health last year. I still have a long way to go. I lost 50 pounds last year. I gained a little bit back, not much. I think just 5 pounds back. So I want to get back on track with that, because the more weight I lose, the better I feel, honestly. I could care less about being skinny, truthfully. I just want my health back. My biggest motivator is feeling good so I can do all the things I want to do. And then this year, I think my focus is just going to be finding peace, because I tend to live in this state of what's next. You know, I'm always looking to what's next, and I struggle finding contentment and peace, because I'm just so busy trying to achieve the next goal or do it all, saying yes to everything I want to do. And I don't have a problem saying no to things I don't want to do, but I want to be able to do it all. And in December, I had such a peaceful month, and when I look back on it, I realized a lot of my obligations either slowed down tremendously or just came to a pause. And I'm starting to pick back up again, and I'm just realizing that I don't know if I want to be that busy. The hard part is I just love everything that I do. I love homeschooling my kids. I love being on YouTube. I love volunteering at our homeschool co-op. I love volunteering at church. I genuinely love doing all those things. But I'm going to have to deny myself and say no to some of the things that I love. I just don't know what that's going to be. We got rid of one whole trash bag out of those cabinets. Thank you for hanging out with me while we take one small area back in this Take Your Home Back 2024. If you like videos like these, hit that subscribe button. We're going to be tackling every nook and cranny of this house. If you haven't already, go say something kind to yourself. Me, I am on my way to the next sore spot in this house. So we will catch you in that video.